I immediately was coming out to fire at those two.
So then why don't you make a shoot roll for me?
Let's go black shot.
I'm gonna use. Yeah, go ahead. Set me up.
So the doorway is only big enough for maybe like 1.5 persons to come through.
These
cinder guards.
I'm not trying to like go hand to hand with these things. I know I'm outmatched by all of this. So whatever I can do, if it's to position to give you,
or if you want to tell one of them or whatever.
Yeah, I will let you know that the cinder guard are equivalent to threat 3.
Yeah, I'm using black shot, and I was about to use one use of aim to increase effect.
Okay.
Let's go. Let's work.
I think I'm like dipping out of the room and getting like.
You see 5 ghost cells standing behind me.
They have no idea what's happening in there yet, so they're just like waiting for commands at the top of the stairs.
Yeah, I think I'm like. Yeah, I dip. I see you doing that. I'm like, that's not me. Spin back and like I go down a couple stairs. And I see the ghost owls, and by the time I've gotten to the ghost owls, I've got like that look of panic has now switched to like, we're doing this. And I look at it and I'm like, we're fighting, get ready. And I pull out 2 daggers, 2 little short blades. And I'm like, we're fighting, get ready. I'm gonna go get the others. And I like, I'm trying to like get them to be like, yeah, this is it, and also to put some panic in them if I can like get the word down to them, like get the fuck up here, sure. You are the muscle.
So what do you want the squad to do?
Can they support him, like protect?
Sure.
Yeah.
If you wanna, what action would you like to take to make them do that?
I mean, would it be sway or would it be
sway, consort, martial, discipline?
Would sway work?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're not necessarily friends with all of them, so I think sway is an option.
Okay.
They're just kind of getting to do something, usually in exchange for something. So, like, if you had a partial success, you might like have to promise them something.
Okay.
Yeah, come with us.
Yeah.
So maybe
for sway specifically.
Maybe instead I'm saying like, we're gonna fight. Now's the time to become heroes. This is where you make your name.
Sure.
Like kind of like you're gonna get some.
Yeah. In like 5 seconds.
Some recognition for what you're about to do here.
Mm-hmm. That dramatic speech, 5 seconds, absolutely. Yeah.
No.
Straight rolls. This game
it's
against us.
It was a 2.
Did you make your shoot roll yet?
I didn't yet.
Make your shoot roll real quick before I tell you what happens. This is going to be desperate, and this was going to be limited, but you're picking up effect, so it's going to be standard now.
Can I take 2 stress to just grab another dice?
Sure. So now it's going. Oh, just to grab another dice. So yeah, it's going to be desperate standard right now.
Let's go.
2 6s.
Yes.
So effect goes up 1 more. So these things have health clocks.
Was that?
Yeah. So,
but it was black shot.
Yeah. So I'll have 1 more. Yeah, I'll have 1 more.
And I used aim,
which gives you another.
Which increases effect
by 1 more. So you're at extreme effect basically. So you're gonna tag it for 5.
Okay.
They have clocks of 10 each.
Right.
But you got half of it.
Yeah, you got half of 1 with a single.
Oh, only
shoot.
1.
Yeah.
Half of 1 with 1 shot.
Yeah.
Because that's only 1 black shot gone.
Yeah.
Cool. That's cool.
Do it again.
Do it
well,
again,
I have both
she
pistols
says.
out, so can I roll for the other shot?
I'm sorry, say it again.
I have 2 pistols, so can I roll for the other shot separately then? Or
No, yeah, especially for like the cinder guard, it's like, like right as.
Okay, so then 2 black shots gone. What did the other black shot do?
It's the sit.
So that was to
just mark it for 1.
Okay,
yeah, just 1.
Cool.
Yeah, cool.
So I only got 3 of those, and I don't want to burn them.
So you fire off these shots, and you kind of like throw the thing off balance. So it's instead of smashing into you with this abnormally large axe, it smashes through a portion of brick wall and just takes a chunk of the tower out. And the other one comes smashing through the door. Now the ghost house can like see what you're fighting, and they are terrified because of your low roll.
Can I?
Oh, they're
Yeah, they're paralyzed with fear right now.
Fudge.
So I would just like to. I'm following them up.
So you're probably going to meet at the 3rd floor here.
Gotcha.
And you now have heard this huge, like, stone against metal crash above you.
Yeah. So as I'm following those two up, the steps beyond the carpet, I start pouring oil out on to make them slick.
Yes.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
So the stairs just above the carpeted area?
Yeah.
Okay.
I use one oil.
Officer Kevin McAllister.
That's right. Officer Kevin. That's great.
And so we're just.
So all of that kind of takes place just below the second, like between the 1st and 2nd floor, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So you know where it is if you need it to happen.
Gotcha.
And then you run into me running down the stairs to get to you guys, and I go, "We're fucked. 2 giant guards, big."
Say no more.
Seriously, Tom.
And I run up and I just say, "Form on me, people!" And that's what we're doing. We're running up the stairs.
So you saw these 2 things in front of you. The ghost owls are paralyzed. One of the cinder guards is coming for you. The other is heading for the ghost owls.
Which is the one I've already hit? The one going for them? Or the one
Yes, the one going for them.
Can I?
You can see that like you being a sniper and being able to so quickly assess the situation with your eyes. The cloaked figure is still working on the commander right now.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm trying to avoid and just take my shot, shoot my shot on her or on the cloaked figure.
One more time, I'm so sad.
I'm firing at the cloaked figure. I'm trying to get if I can get a shot off of that.
Okay. Okay. Make a shot off.
What's the?
It is going to be desperate because the cinder guard is in your face right now. It's going to be desperate, and it'll be standard effect because he doesn't look to be wearing any armor or anything like that. He is technically considered threat 2, so he also has a health clock.
Okay.
Which is 8 in this case.
And I still have another shot of black shot, or 2 shots of black shot left, and I'm going to use aim again to increase the effect.
Okay.
On this one as well.
So that was standard, and then you're increasing it once.
With black shot,
With black-
I would increase it, right?
He's not undead.
Oh, he's not undead.
Yeah, he's not undead.
Then I wouldn't fire black shot.
Okay.
Yeah, just fire, and then I'm using aim to try and increase the effect.
So it'll be great.
Yeah.
Okay.
2 threes.
So
Do I miss?
yeah, and you also get clobbered by the cinder guard. You're threat 3, so that was desperate. That's going to be harm 3 plus only 1 difference, so that's 4 harm. You'll be dead if you take the full thing.
Oh no!
Okay.
Can I make it to him in time?
They're not there yet.
Oh dear!
Okay, wait. So
You still have 1 tick or did you use both ticks of armor? You have fine armor, right?
I used armor and special for fine.
Okay.
So I've used both my armor.
Okay.
You
can resist. It'll take you down to 3, but you'll still be incapacitated.
Because 3 incapacitates you?
Yes.
I thought 4. Oh no.
4 is death.
4 is needs help. Okay.
No, 4 is
And
death.
to do that, I have to take stress. How much stress can I take again? 6.
Whatever the bolded blocks are.
And what happens after that? Because I only have 1 stress left.
You'll take a trauma and you are also incapacitated. So either way, you are incapacitated on you, unless you roll either 6 or double 6s. Double 6s clears the stress.
Okay. I'll resist it because why wouldn't I?
Yeah, sure.
And it's a prowess, right?
Yeah.
There's a 2 and a 4.
So 4, you'll take 2 stress, so your stress max is out. You are incapacitated for the rest of the mission, regardless if you're healed or not, because you're going to take a trauma right now.
Okay.
So mark a trauma.
And you can only take 2 trauma, right?
Yes, and then you just die.
Oh my god.
So trauma.
He can't take another trauma unless he fills up the stress bar again.
Yeah, and now that it gets cleared because it's
Yes,
trauma
that's
now.
correct.
Oh.
But you're still laying there,
Incapacitated
like
for the rest of the
lifeless on the
mission.
floor.
Yeah.
In front of this thing.
Yeah.
So you can hear like the sound of metal clattering against like somewhat. You hear a thunk of flesh, and then ting 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 ting.
Hand me a ghost owl.
Boom.
Tyler's ghost out.
Oh, he's dead?
No, he's incapacitated for right now. Now you can.
And I have
Can
a.
you push yourself?
Wait, I need to. Yeah. Because I'm out of. Yeah, I mean, that's what I was mentioning. So that's a level 3 harm.
Yeah. It is. Shit. I'm just gonna call it fucking broken.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm broken.
Smashed, something like that.
Broken / smashed.
Just put body cast.
Yeah.
Breathing through a straw.
Help me.
Help me, she cried.
So you're unconscious on the floor. You're going to sprawl out across the floor. The cinder guard kind of like steps across him because you're not there to guard the rookies. All right, I'm going to give you the opportunity. So he's about to strike the rookies and he's going to hit them. You can get in the way because you'll be the first up the stairs.
Okay, I'll get in the way then.
Okay.
Does that mean I'm protecting them?
yeah,
Or okay.
yeah. So you're gonna, let's see, you are 2, that's 3, so it is going to be a level, it's gonna be level 2 harm. Because it would be desperate for them, like in terms of positioning in my mind. So you're potentially gonna take a level 2 harm right now.
Okay.
You can resist it if you want to make it a level 1 harm. And if you have any armor left,
Right.
you can also block another harm.
Does shield count as armor?
Yep. If you have a shield.
I do.
Yeah, so.
You have so much armor.
Yeah, it's fucking great.
Alright, so I'm gonna use a shield then.
Okay, so that brings it down to 1, and you can turn it to 0 if you use either another armor or if you resist.
I'll resist.
So you make a prowess roll.
Which is 3, right?
Yeah, for you. And then you'll take 6 minus whatever that result is. Stress. So you take 3 stress.
Oh boy, uh-oh. I can only take 2 more, so then do I take a trauma?
So instead I would use your other armor. Because if you
Okay.
take a trauma, you're incapacitated.
Right, okay, so instead of resisting,
We'll mark off your last fine armor. The second armor. The
Heavy?
Yeah.
Okay. Jesus Christ, that's early. Okay.
Alright, so all of your armor is gone.
Yeah.
But you get in the way and you take the full brunt of this huge, like it's, even though you're big, it probably has another 2 feet on you. And just this black flame is just jutting from every joint as it strikes you. The rest of you now are able to get up the stairs, so you're all up there. You can potentially tend to the sniper and get him back up with your doctor ability.
Listen, I can do not today, and I can spend a doctor legionnaire. You can spend a doctor use on a legionnaire who has taken a level 4 harm on a mission, but you must do so quickly before they die. You treat them and reduce their wounds to a level 3 harm instead.
Well, they're only at a level 3 harm and incapacitated, right? Well, actually, you can't operate regardless because you're trauma triggered. So,
But would she bring it down to a 3, which then I resisted? I wouldn't have to.
she wasn't there in time.
Okay.
Yeah, she wouldn't have been there.
Okay. If you tumble down
Because
the
the thing
stairs.
is
You
that
know what? I think that could happen, but you still be incapacitated with a level 3. But you could also use your. You have to use your doctor for. Oh, you do have to use your doctor from a 4 to 3, so you couldn't heal him beyond because you don't have 2 doctors, right? Again, you only have 1 use of doctor. So even regardless, no matter what the situation is, you're incapacitated.
yeah, that's cool.
Isn't
That's fine.
yeah.
And I need to say that the
Can we see everything that was going on in the torture room?
No, you're not in the
Okay.
the perspective of that. So right now, all you see is Indigo, Rising Gale on the floor, unconscious. You see Shimmy has just taken a huge brunt of this red armored titan in front of you, and the ghost owls are frozen and paralyzed with fear.
Can I try talking to the ghost owls? I have 2 discipline, 1 sway, 1 consort.
You can try. It'll be a desperate roll. I'm not telling you no. It'll have a limited effect. You may be able to do it. You would have to roll like a 6.
Okay. For discipline or like.
Whatever you think is appropriate. Consort, discipline, martial, sway.
I mean, will discipline like make them even more afraid than
They're
me?
already
Yes.
afraid.
It's
Like, yeah.
Martial, maybe?
I don't have martial. I have
I've got 2 sway.
Yeah.
You can certainly
scream
try.
people out of fear. Right?
Yeah.
I think Sway is going to be desperate and no effect because right now they're in a position where like just casually like swaying them is not gonna cut it. I think it's gonna have to be like you either have to pull on their heartstrings with like a consort for a higher position / effect, or discipline. Be like, look, it's about the mission and your fucking legionnaires. We're gonna do this thing right now. So I think those are the two plays you have. It's up to you. Consort or discipline, I think, are the appropriates that will get you.
I have more discipline.
You can, now, here's the thing: is that even though the other two, like Sway and Marshall, would have no effect, if you have abilities that rise effect, you can still use those actions. I'm not telling you don't use them. I'm telling you that those specific actions in this position in the narrative don't have any current effect on the rookies.
Yeah.
Without any other additional abilities.
I'm going to, I guess I charge to the front of the ghost owls with my sword drawn. And can I see which red Crimson Guard looks worse?
It is definitely the one heading towards them. There's like a shoulder plate that's been blasted off. And you can see a bunch of like flame like wisping and dying as it comes out of that section. And you can see like, actually now that this part is exposed, there's like a very thin like shoulder inside of there.
I just shout, it's hurt! Come on, you bastards! Don't make an old man die alone!
Yay! So, I'll take 2 ticks off of fear.
And can I lead them in a skirmish? Since I'm at the front.
Yeah, absolutely. You just use your skirmish.
Woo! So I'm going to use my skirmish, and I'm going to increase us in scale.
Yeah.
So it's me and the ghost owls.
Yeah, you come scale 3. Yeah.
Scale 3.
And technically, Shimmy, if you want to be involved in this skirmish as well. Yeah.
Dope.
And if you want to anchor.
I do.
As a matter of
Can I
fact.
be a part? I'm the ghost elf.
Oh, yeah. You can roll the skirmish, yeah.
Yeah, I'll do it. I have a shield and ceremonial dagger.
Let's do it.
Boom!
Oh, you guys got some good rolls.
No, just
Oh, shit.
No more using whatever these orange dice. Get them out of here.
Mine haven't worked. Nothing's worked.
Someone is either taking a level 3 harm or 3 rookies are dying. You decide.
I'm at the front.
You'll be incapacitated if you take 3.
You'll be incapacitated. Well, it's a level 3 harm right now, but depending on who it's
Wait
hurting.
a second. Can I take it? And then my special ability is tenacious, so penalties from harm are 1 level less severe.
There you go.
So can I take a level 2 harm instead?
Yeah, and that's also
Retroactively.
Oh, no. 1 less severe. So what that means is that even though she has a level 2 harm, it debuffs like a level 1 harm. That's what it means.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah, you can protect, but you're still potentially taking a level 4 harm. Because it has a threat level. Oh no, you have scale on it because you anchored. Yeah, so you'd be even. So you just take a level 3 harm.
we're all up 1 in scale.
Well, she's taking it. She's protecting for the group solo.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So she doesn't get...
She's equal in scale with... Or her scale is 1 higher by herself because she anchored.
So she doesn't get my lead from the front group action bonus?
No, not for protect.
Okay. Interesting. So tenacious only works if I were to be doing the action alone?
No. When you receive this level 3 harm, you will not be incapacitated. You'll just have a level 2 harm debuff.
Okay.
So you'll have a level 3, but it'll only take away. It'll do what the level 2 harm does to you.
I'd like to help Indigo, please.
Which
Absolutely.
is -1.
Well,
die. Oh god.
if it matters to you because he received a trauma, he's going to be incapacitated regardless if you heal him or not.
Well, if I don't heal him, he'll more likely die.
But you would reduce it to a level 2, and if he takes a hit from either of these cinder guards, he's going to die regardless. I'm just telling you that so you don't use a doctor on a person that can't help you.
Well, can I use my medkit?
I don't know. What does your medkit do?
Medkit.
It-
Got band-aids, got toy story.
You mark 3, and it operates like a 2.
Which is, what is my harm?
Your harm is going to be sundered. Your armor has been like sundered in pieces, and you have like a gash across your chest.
And then the boxes to the right are
For healing, you don't need to mark those.
Okay.
Antiseptics. Sleeves.
But I'm not
Set
incapacitated.
for special
So I
armor
can
and
still fight.
Band-aids.
It's just if you get hit.
Do you have a regular medikit or a fine medikit?
I'm dead.
I've got a fine medkit.
Oh, that's
Yikes!
great. And you have 3
I think
uses of
somebody
it.
else could protect
So
in that
you can
situation.
reduce his harm by 1 with a medikit.
Let's
Yeah,
do
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's so sad.
So now instead of being broken and smashed, I'm broken and smashed.
Yes, broken and smashed.
So
Do I have? So I only have 1 level 2 then instead of 2.
That's a good question. I think it's only 1 level 2. Cool.
And I'm also gonna go heal up my buddy over there.
Okay.
The other
This
thing's
is
still
good.
alive.
Yeah, the other thing is like fighting her right now, so you could possibly get in her way / like
The drill arm thing.
yeah.
Key person.
that's what I wanted to ask. What's happening with the commander right now?
Still being tortured. Correct.
Still being tortured.
Yeah.
Yeah, can we get in there?
Yeah.
I don't know she's being tortured, so I'm.
We're trying to kill those
That's
things.
true.
As this chaos is now erupting, skirmish all around.
Mm-hmm.
This thing that's torturing her, it doesn't look like the others, right? It's
No.
It's very different.
Yeah, it's very much like it looks like a regular human that has some sort of corruption about it, like being influenced by Cinder Blood, but is not a zombie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Could I just want to get this thing off of the commander for a second so that I can get the commander.
Yeah, you gotta break past these Cinder Guards.
Okay.
You don't have to like fight them, but you gotta break past them.
There's no way that my agile panther-like self could dodge through.
Sure, with a roll.
Alright.
Yeah,
That's what I want to do.
yeah,
I
yeah.
want to try and maneuver through.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. What's this gonna be?
Desperate.
Desperate?
Standard
Alright.
effect. Remember, any one of these things can clobber you out.
Wow. I'm pushing.
Sure.
I'm pushing.
So you'll take 2 stress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you so in that moment of like Shinya taking that blow from the first Cinder Guard that's close, and the second one kind of moving over the now toppled body and like joining that fray, you like zigzag and dodge between the both of them. King, almost like trap guillotines are slicing behind you, but you push your way into the room, and
And
now
the whole
you.
time you hear the same music from Ocean's 12. Dude is going through the lasers.
Yes. So you're in the room. You've broken into the room. You can see that the commander is not looking good at all. Like fingernails are missing. Yeah, there's like a tooth missing.
Ooh.
Yeah, there's not been a good time in here. There's a lot. There's a lot of ticks.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Question.
Yes.
Can I use my officer ability of channels to give myself black shot?
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna do that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And that's-
Oh, you can take off his body.
I'm not
Yeah, there's
He's not there yet.
You're now separated.
separated.
Can I take it off his body?
You can.
I
Yes.
take the black shot off his body.
Black shot is off his body.
So
You
does
have it.
that count as 2? Because in utilities it shows up as 2? Or
Yeah. As far as I understand, that's
Well,
absolutely right.
actually,
Actually,
It's 3 uses.
So here's for
Yeah.
channels you have to.
I gotta roll using sway.
Yes, you have to roll using sway, and that determines the quality of what you receive. It's kind of like a flashback.
Vibration.
Yeah.
Well, you'll also have to flashback for the channel,
So flashback for the channel.
which you could have done. I think it's 0. I don't think you would have had to use any. Like you would have prepared beforehand.
Yeah.
That's what this flashback is for.
And I mean I can't add stress to this because it's a flashback, right?
If you're making the roll for channel, you can use like push yourself or something if you want higher. If you want more die, that's up to you.
No, I'm gonna see.
Yeah,
I'm
we-
shooting something.
Yeah, we can stress.
6.
Yes!
So you get
Money.
a
Yeah,
full set of black shots. You have is it 3 shots?
3 uses.
Yeah, you get 3
3
uses of black shot. So you have increased potency against the undead when it comes to affecting them.
Like these
Alright.
bad boys.
I'm gonna Nick, if you don't mind, I feel like
No,
feel like I
No, you
No,
interrupted
no.
through your.
my big thing was I want to get to the commander. My next step is gonna be to.
I think it's one of those jump cuts of like he just gets done drilling like an arm or something like that, and like turns to you and
I go.
and then it like jump cuts back to you guys.
All right, I'm gonna slam into the cartridge.
Like a mysterious
Yeah.
pouch that you've had this whole time. Black shot.
And I am going to go for the wounded one.
Sure, absolutely. Make a shot.
I'm going to I'm gonna stress.
I'm stressed out about.
we
Are you gonna
are.
push yourself to add a die or push yourself to increase effect?
Increase it. Add a die.
Add a die. Okay, mark off 2 stress. This is desperate, and this is currently standard effect. If you hit, you'll have 1 additional tick on.
Can't wait to figure out.
No idea.
Yes! 6 and a 5.
So that's going to be 3 ticks plus the black shot, which gives it to 4 ticks. It has 1 left. It is you blow off like a big chunk of like chest armor. You can see like flame like loosen the space. It's like but it's not hot. You don't feel any heat. In fact, it feels like it's sapping heat from around the area.
Seeing the commander and having us lost our at least a tick of fear, seeing him blow off the other side of the one and seeing Indigo, who is kind of like who we all look up, like we look up to the Gales. They are like our heroes.
Yeah.
We want to be, that's the whole reason we joined the Ghost House.
Show me what you got. Ricky.
I'm running forward with just the dagger to try.
Oh my!
Like right behind the
God.
captain, like let's go everybody. Like,
Oh god. Yeah. Okay, so they're armored, which reduces the effect of like you don't have any fine weapons. I don't think you're gonna.
I have my family weapon.
Does it count as a fine weapon?
I don't know.
See if it's under. Rookie gear. Family
Not
weapon.
stylish, but it has history.
So no. Yeah.
Can I take
So currently, if
2 stress to increase effect?
Okay, so it'll be limited effect. Which you only limited effect is 1 tick. Which is what you need to finish off.
So
the cinder
2
guard.
stress to increase effect and 2 stress to add an extra die.
You can't hit yourself twice on the same action.
You can't?
No, it's either one or the other.
Let's go, Kyler.
Alright,
Let's go. Let's
straight
work.
roll. Then just 2 stress for increased effect.
We still roll 2
You just
dice.
need a 4.
No, I roll 1 because I only have skirmish for 1.
I thought you still rolled 2 dice to take 1.
That's if I had 0 dots.
Yeah, that's if he has 0 dots.
Oh no!
You go to stab.
Was
and-
it desperate, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah. like-
However,
Don't worry, I have armor and shield. Maybe.
maybe
And a lot of stress left.
No, you just lost your twin.
I know.
So you go to like poke at it, and you hit like you maybe aim for the fire, and as you hit the flame, you can feel like your hand ice over almost immediately, and you like reach back and it's numb, and you like look at that, and you realize you think back like where you are again. You are just slashed in twain
Oh!
as you're taking a level 5 harm.
A level 5 harm?
No.
Because you have a 2 threat difference on a level 3 harm,
Yeah.
and they're potent. So even if you resist, you're dead.
But what if I do armor and shield?
So that brings it down to so threat 3 from a threat 1, so that's 2 threat, and then potent. So you take 6. You're at 4 right now. You could save with a doctor, or no, you can resist it as well. So you get it down to 3, and you'll be incapacitated.
Cool.
Jesus Christ.
Oh god!
Tyler, you just
Characters.
running for you. I don't have a character to give you.
That's okay. This is what this game's about.
I don't have another character.
We're gonna recruit someone in the next. This is flavor. This is failure built
Oh,
story,
man.
right?
So I'm gonna take the
So wait,
vision I have.
Armor and shield. What about naive hope? Can I use that?
No.
Can I have used that right there? That was my naive
Does
hope.
naive hope do anything?
No, but it says you will lose it quickly. Can this have been my naive hope?
Yeah.
All right, I'm just gonna mark that off permanently.
Yeah. Oh no!
So you're still sitting at a level 4 harm if you don't resist.
Yeah, so armor, heavy, and I'm gonna resist.
Yeah,
With prowess, right?
that's correct.
So I get 3 dice then.
6. So 6 minus whatever this roll is.
2
Yes!
sixes.
Heal a stress.
Boom!
And you resist. You're at level 3 harm. You're incapacitated. Yep. Not dead, but incapacitated.
Slashed.
Yeah.
Is what I'm writing with an exclamation point.
Yeah.
Woo! Woo!
Another person falls, hits the ground.
2 characters, one in the body cast, the other in the turn.
They're gonna be yelling at each other like, "You're my hero."
So you're still separated by these 2 cinders guard on the opposite side.
Yeah, so the image I have is I knelt down to do some fine med kitting on Indigo.
Quick, yeah.
And as
little...
I'm doing it, I find the black shot.
Yeah.
And I take it.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, I don't know how to shoot, but I'm gonna load it up, baby.
Okay.
I'm gonna load up my, because I do have a fine pistol.
Yeah.
Does that count?
Yeah.
I can use that?
Yeah.
Can I use maneuver to shoot the guys?
You use the word of another action describe. Can I maneuver this guy?
Alright, I'm gonna shoot one!
So you can maneuver if you want to. It is going to be desperate, and if you're looking to kill like the one that already has like heavy damage on it, what I'm seeing with the maneuver is you're gonna have to push yourself because you're currently gonna have no effect because you don't know how to shoot and you're not shooting. But if you push yourself and increase effect to limited, you need 1 tick, and you can like reach into that hole and try to fire inside of the armor. That's what I meant. Like instead of like trying to aim the
let's
gun,
freaking lose
I
it.
made you like
Maneuver the gun
yeah
up against the skin.
Yeah. That's
Okay,
what's up.
so take 2 stress.
Yeah, to increase effect.
Okay.
Well, you haven't taken much stress until
And 2 die, 1 die.
1 die for maneuver. That's how many points you have in
I
it.
didn't connect where that came from, and then I did, and I'm like, oh, that's good.
To
Okay.
die.
Okay.
You just need 4, 5, or 6 to at least kill it.
I don't have enough medicine for all you folks.
Yay!
5, everybody!
high five.
So you are like staring these 2 titans in the face, and like just in the sliver of the hallway, you see a hand reach around and inside, and you watch like the flame like burst, and then the whole armor like just clumps loosely on the ground.
Wow. I run in.
But since you rolled a 5, the other one swings at you. You're gonna take.
Can I shoot it? Can I dodge it? Can I...
You're gonna take it because that's the result of your partial
Okay.
success. But you can resist the harm that's gonna come to you.
Okay.
So that is going to be threat 3, you're 2, so 1 difference. Desperate, so 3, 4. You're gonna take a level 4 harm. Unless you resist, you'll be 3 and incapacitated. If you resist, you'll be
And use your armor.
Oh yeah, and you also have armor, so you can.
Yeah, let's for sure use my armor because I can't pass out. I gotta save the.
So that's 3, and then you have to resist.
What are you
to make
doing? I can do it.
I'm just sorry.
He's in the moment. Okay, and then you have to resist. So
And
you-
that is rolling with just prowess.
Yeah, so you have 1 attribute point in prowess.
So much stress. Wait, do I take 2 more stress?
You will take 6 minus whatever you roll right now. So you take 3 stress. But you have a level 2 harm of, we'll say you avoided the blade and you have like broken ribs, like you got hit by the flat piece of the axe.
Do I get any
Yeah, you did.
XP for what I just did?
Yeah, 1 XP in prowess because you did a desperate maneuver.
What about? Okay, so the desperate maneuver was shoot or maneuver was the resisting also desperate?
No.
Okay.
Resisting is just against things.
Yep.
So you killed 1.
Yep. Can I get in?
To
The room?
to where your friends are, yeah. So you can like scooch around the one that's crumpled, the one that smacked you. But you still kind of like hobble, like press and hobble
Take
forward
it.
with your maneuver. You are now in the same zone as Shimia, and don't say it, Captain
Shackleton.
Damn Shackleton. You haven't said your name a lot, so so you're with the
I
rookies.
just say captain.
These 2, he's on the floor, and you're also one of the rookies.
She's
there.
on the floor.
She's on the floor. Excuse me.
They're both on the
That's
floor.
what-
No, you're right.
Yeah.
He and she are on the floor.
And you, so we jump cut back to you're in the room. He's kind of has this like curled, like almost no-lipped grin. The gums are like receding into the skull, and he's just whirring.
Does he look undead?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so.
He just looks corrupted. You've seen a corrupt, like, a lot of Render's Black Oak Knights are corrupted, but they are not undead.
Okay. I think I gotta just like try to get at this fool, get him off of the
Sad, you're missing out on all the fun.
This is fun. You're gross. I go to stab up. So it's gonna be skirmish.
Yep.
I
Risky standard. You're both equal threat.
Get him.
can I make it desperate for greater effect?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Yes.
So I gotta get rid of this.
Oh, you
I
can
gotta
do
get him off of the
position.
commander.
Yeah,
I've
he's
gotta get
gross.
him off of the commander.
Sure.
This gross.
It's gross
Do it.
fucking.
Let's do it.
Nasty.
No, nasty.
You're
Nasty.
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 No more.
No more of those for you.
So you, instead of like going toe to toe, you think you see an opening. So as he's coming to like, go for just he doesn't seem like a trained hand-to-hand combatant. You think you have one up on him. So you go like reach under and you catch like a leather tunic or something under there, and you don't pierce through, and he just smashes a drill right into you. So you're gonna take to a level 3 harm without any resistance or armor. You should have a armor on you if you didn't already use it.
I haven't used the armor at all.
So you can reduce it to 2 if you want to.
Yeah, that's what I gotta do. I can't resist this. So
Because of how much stress you have.
I'm taking a little bit of stress.
A little stressed out.
I got some, stress.
So we'll call it stab wound. As he pierces through one of your shoulders, you can feel like a slight dislocation from a shoulder joint from where the point touches you. Surprise.
Stop talking like you. I talk. It is worse than what you're doing today.
He just kind of gives like a little pulse to the drill and like makes you feel the pain.
Whoa! How'd you do that noise though?
With his face.
Professional Foley artist. Can I feel like the whole thing is like just like I should be able to move around this guy. Like I should outmaneuver him. I should out.
Can we roll?
You can, as you kind of look past him, you can see like the commander sitting in the chair and like look up at you.
The commander looks up at me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wink. I've got an idea. I look back at the guy and I'm gonna shoot my flare gun right at its face.
Yeah.
Okay.
In an attempt to like, I want to shoot the flare gun at its face. Give me enough of a moment to just be like it has to like recoil back, and then
touches his own face.
I'm-
with the drill.
and I want to just because the commander's just chained to the
Yeah.
seat it's in, right?
Yeah.
Can I just grab the seat and pull it?
The ankles are like hooked to the legs
To
of the
the
chair.
ground.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got to just buy an opening for the rest of the people. I'm shooting my flare gun into its face to try and create an opening.
Okay.
You know?
What action do you think would make this appropriate here?
I'm trying to say maneuver just because I'm trying to create space,
Sure.
opening time.
Sure. I'm
know?
with it. I'm here for it.
Okay.
I think that'll have its standard effect. I think it's risky.
Okay.
Use the weighted dice.
I don't like close. Fire all the dice.
Yes, it's you.
So you fire off the flare gun, and you're a little woozy from the stab wound. Like the pain just kind of like causes you to and you pull back and fire off angle, and like it's loose, like it fires off loose by the window or something like that. But yeah, and I would say that instead of a harm, because he's already kind of got like the drill in your arm, I would say that he is able to, because I assume you use your good arm for the flare gun, right?
Yeah.
So your other, like the arm that's hurt has the blade in it.
Yeah.
So he knocks the blade out of your hands, and it goes sliding across your. You are unarmed right now.
Alright, so and I could hear a flare gun just went
Yeah,
off,
you were
right?
like a.
Can I order the ghost owls to go assist Silverprow?
They gotta get past that cinder guard.
I gotta get past that cinder guard.
You have black shot.
Yeah, but like, okay, so where like
So the hallway is probably like 2 persons wide worth.
2 persons wide?
Yeah, and the cinder guard is taking up like the majority of the hallway.
Okay, so there's a cinder guard. And where was the cinder guard that Lainey just killed?
Right on the side.
It was right on the
Yeah,
side.
like they were angled,
Mhm.
and now all this armor is like.
Gotcha. So, and so me and Shimia and all the ghost owls
Yeah,
are here.
yeah.
Over here is where Silverprow.
Like over here.
Okay.
Like hallway in.
Gotcha. Okay. I look at the remaining cinder guard, and I'm going to try to lead the ghost owls in a group shoot action.
Okay.
I shout, "Owls, go for your guns!" And I look at the flex shot, and I'm going to. And there's 4 left, right? Because the twin that you were controlling is incapacitated, but Grace's twin is still there, and yours is still there. So they're my split.
So they act as a threat 1 unit,
Mm-hmm.
but because they have scale on the cinder guard, that brings them up to scale 2.
Okay.
So normally they would have like no effect because
Gotcha.
they don't individually count as like 4 threat 1s.
Right,
They are
right.
1 threat 1 unit.
So if I'm leading from the front, do they scale up again?
Yes, so
Okay.
it'll scale up again. They'll have another scale, so it basically matches threat to scale right now for
Gotcha.
cinder guard versus all of you.
So I'm going to put black shot into my shot and
Yeah.
shoot with the owls.
So risky and then standard because you'll potentially do 2 ticks on this. So
Yes!
hey, that happens. So that's
Oh,
2. That's 2 ticks off, and no one receives any sort of damage or anything. So you fire off a bunch of musket shots and your pistol off. Oh, and you use the black shot, so it's actually 1 more tick.
Woo!
Yeah. Yeah. So you fire off all these shots, and it's kind of like a blinding fire that kind of concusses and like blows the cinder guard back a little bit, so it's not able to take a swing on you. But yeah, Shimia, what are you doing? You kind of like you have all this gunfire happening around you. You just watched Silver go in past the cinder guards and into the room. 2 people are on the floor, passed out. You're near death's door yourself.
Yeah, what does special mean?
Special is like something that's given from a special ability or an item or something like that. It usually has like a specific purpose. Like a rare reliquary, like certain reliquary abilities can be used as special armor against like a hex or a curse or something.
But I don't have that right now.
Correct.
Okay. Well, if I get hit at all, I'm dead. Pretty much, so... Am I able to... So if I lead a group action, that means that I have to do the thing as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Everyone does the same action as you.
And then I take
If you're doing-
stress for...
Everyone else, yeah. If you're just leading the squad, it's called a double duty roll. You won't have to take stress from the squad. Like, the squad doesn't roll. Excuse me. Your roll just, like, counts for the entire narrative of the 6 of you.
What does setup mean?
Setup allows you to get a better position on something. Like, you can set up someone else's, like, if someone's like, oh, I really want to use, like, a shoot maneuver in this close range, and I say, like, it'll be a desperate position, you can say, I want to set up their maneuver by throwing them off balance with a skirmish. So if your skirmish succeeds, then their position is elevated for their shoot.
Okay. Can I set somebody up? Somebody want to do something?
Somebody want to do something?
I mean, I have black shot, but I don't have any ticks and shoot. I don't have any, helpful things.
Do you have skirmish?
I'm a doctor.
I'm a fucking doctor.
I know how to doctor people, and that's about it.
Can you doctor me at all right now?
Yeah, you could.
I thought we could because she was up in fight range.
The medic kit, no. The doctor is like your own quick healing magic that you can use.
I use it on the doctor.
Okay.
You used your doctor. You can use your doctor on anyone.
No, I have to save it for the commander.
Oh, well, they're not like completely passed out. They still have 3 ticks, and right now,
If you guys can get to us while I'm still alive, we can be okay.
So wait, so what's the difference between my special ability of not today and just using my doctor ability?
So just using your doctor ability lets you heal someone's harm 1 lower. And then using not today, because you can't normally heal a level 4 harm. A level 4 harm means auto death. But because not today, you are specifically able to break that rule.
Okay.
If you can get there in time.
I want to save it.
Okay.
Because I want to be able to use my doctor ability in case somebody's dying.
Sure.
Yeah.
Are we close to? So we're close to one of the guards right now. Right?
Yeah, only one of the guards are up.
Can I use
How damaged are they?
Not
Not at all.
3 of 10.
Oh.
Oh!
Okay, and then I'm suffering a lower penalty, so if I do anything, I get 1 less die.
That is correct. This game is gruesome.
It is. Okay, well, I mean, I'm gonna try to skirmish with this guy.
Let's do it, baby.
I tonic. Can tonic do anything?
That's a
to help?
straight roll because you have 1 less.
Straight roll.
And you can't push yourself because you're too stressed.
No, I could push myself.
No,
one
because
more
then you'll
time.
have the full thing and you'll get a trauma.
Oh, and I'll die.
You'll just be incapacitated. You'll get too traumatized.
I can use a tonic on you. Potions and droughts to remove pain, heal common ailments, aid in sleep, and give mercy to those that cannot be saved.
So it'd be like, I think what that would be used for is if someone had like a level 1 harm that was more like a mental harm than a physical harm. So like if they were like exhausted or fatigued or scared or something like that.
Okay.
Not gashed in sunder.
Yeah, gash.
Look.
I can pour oil on her and set her on fire.
It's a mercy.
Yeah.
How fearful are the rookies?
They're
now?
fine for right now.
They're fine? Okay. Well, then I'll just, let's do it straight roll. I'm gonna skirmish.
Let's
with
go.
Are you gonna
the-
skirmish with the rookies?
Huh?
You can skirmish with the rookies.
With the
Lead
rookies?
them.
Yeah, you can lead them.
Oh, then I'll do that. Do I suffer any consequence for
No,
that?
you just up in scale.
Okay, I do that then.
Okay. So you're up in scale. Your threat
Can I use
2.
an anchor as well? Okay.
Do you still have an anchor to use?
Yeah, I think I've only used 1.
Do you only have 1?
I have 3 bold ones, and then I have
Whatever your level in anchor is. Right?
Yeah, whatever your level in
2,
anchor is.
so I have 1 more left.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, wait a second. I'm sorry for interrupting you. But I thought this is how many doctor uses I have, not this.
No, that mirrors that.
Yeah, that mirrors that. You only have 1 total use. Yeah.
But you
Okay.
could have more, that's why they're...
Yeah.
Okay, so...
Why does your doctor only have 2 ticks?
I'm doing it.
You're skirmishing?
With them.
Yeah, so
I'm gonna use my anchor.
They throw down like their single shot muskets and they draw blades.
You only added 2. So you could have a whole additional.
Oh.
And 1 other thing.
Yikers!
She dead. She dead. He dead.
No, these 2 right here.
Go ahead, hit me.
Yeah, I think you go to skirmish in. How much stress do you have?
I have 4.
So you have 2. So yeah, there's no
Hey,
way.
good news. I got more doctor points.
She hasn't put any of her 4 action points on Doctor.
I haven't put in any of my 4 action points. No.
You can only put 2 though.
Yeah, you
Or
can only
2,
put
a max of 2.
Yeah.
You only got the 2 you got was from being alright.
Yeah.
Holy Jesus balls monkeys.
So we can just retcon everyone.
Yeah, every single one.
Right?
All of those
Easy
girls.
enough, yeah.
Listen,
Okay,
at the top of the game, I thought that I had less than everyone, but I counted and we all had 8.
Because medics start with a bunch.
So she's about to. So you can. Here's what can happen. In this scenario, if you want to live
still 3 more.
with the doctor usage, you can try to resist and not stress out, or you can resist and stress out regardless and not die. You'll be taken to a level 3, and then she can doctor you. She can doctor your level 3 that you have now and bring it to 2. So you have 1 level 2 and 1 level 3 and be incapacitated for the rest of the mission. That's what can happen to save her life. Save his life.
Okay.
Do you want to do that?
Doctor, activate.
So you have to make your stress roll. You have to make your prowess resistance roll.
Okay.
Which is pretty cool.
Okay.
6, you take no stress. So you'll take a level 2 harm, and you're still operational.
Okay. So I have a level 3. I take a level 2 as well.
Yeah.
Okay. What is it? Slashy?
Slashied, serrated, cut up,
Slash.
broken bones.
Not so hot.
We can call it dislocation because I think narratively to kind of like resist and save yourself, you throw a shield up and you feel like the weight of the blow and it pops your shoulder out of place.
Gross.
Guess what? Also, I apparently got really good at shooting.
Got real good at shooting. Yeah.
So
I just loved it. I was like, wait. I was looking at all of your dots, and they were all like really well. And I was like, wait a second, those are all printed on the page.
It's dark.
So you're in the room. You hear this fighting. You hear a bunch of gunshots fire off. You hear the clatter of metal. You let loose the flare gun. He's like pulled the drill out of you, and he's just like sitting in your face and kind of like soaking up the fear that's coming across you.
Yeah. So I literally I don't know.
What about your items? Do you have any items that can help you, like utility items, other than the flare gun?
All right, It's like
Yes.
yeah. The only thing I can think to do is I have the ability, scrounge ability, which is to find safe shelter.
Or items, or loose items.
And I have 2 uses of it.
Okay.
And that's the only thing I can think is like.
There's like loose crates in this room, like it was still storage space.
Is there any other like gross torture implements that you set?
Yes, there are like there's like another like set of like a silver tray of a bunch of like pieces that can go onto his arm. Like you see a hook and you see like a saw and stuff like that.
I mean, then can I use one of my scrounge abilities to?
Yes, you make a scout roll to see what you can grab. I think is what scrounge lets you do.
Okay.
It should be on your.
It
first page.
It actually says that unlike most actions, it's not rolled.
Right, but some actions require a roll, like the channel for an officer. If it doesn't say that, then it doesn't need it. You just need to tell me what it does.
Yeah, I mean, it says that it says unlike most actions, it's not rolled, but its rating determines its uses per mission. And I have 2 scrounge uses.
Let me see that first page.
Yeah, it's right here.
Scrounge is the section below. While on a mission, you may spend scrounge to use find save or secure shelter or 1 load worth of supplies for everyone in your squad. So I don't know what. So any of the utility items.
1 load, yeah, so we could now have a hand weapon.
Yeah, or something.
Yeah.
Or safe shelter, like you could piece out of there and like get behind, like in the hallway.
Well, that was my original plan, was to get the commander and do that.
It's just, I think it's just for you at this moment.
But yeah, I'm going to use it to give everyone weapons, including myself. You know, maybe this crate that has all these different implements, I see it and I'm like, I grab a blade out of it. You know,
Sure,
they
sure,
use-
sure.
And then I just like kick the crate through.
Yeah.
And they all see this, like all these implements hit the floor.
Yeah, absolutely. So like you kind of like swivel around him, and you're not looking at him for the swivel. I think you just kind of like move in a circle and like kind of gauge your distances, and you like just reach because like why would he grab my? Oh no. So you grab like a blade off of there and you throw the other like pieces out into the room, and you see a bunch of like metal pieces clatter. You're like still kind of woozy on the floor, and you hear a ting 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 like something sharp or metallic falls next to you. I don't think you're trauma. So are both of them trauma?
No, the rookie is. Oh, that's right. You can stress to act while
You
incapacitated.
can push yourself to act while incapacitated. So you hear a ting 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 like fall right next to you. And you also have like within arm's reach the guns from Indigo Crown Jail.
I took this black shot though.
Oh, but you did take the black
That's
shot.
fine.
Well,
and
technically there would still be one bullet in the gun.
Yeah.
Unless you unloaded the chamber too.
He told me that there were 2 bullets left.
Oh, okay.
From black
Yeah,
shot.
yeah.
And can I say to Special K,
Mm-hmm.
Doc, load your black shot, and then we both fire our black shots at the Crimson Guard. Is that a group action, even if it's only 2 people?
If you do it as a group action, the effect will be tied together. If you do it individually, you will do multiple effect. Like if it was going to be standard effect, that'd be 2 ticks each, totaling for 4. If you did it as a group action, it'd be 1 effect. It'd be 1 standard or great effect. Does that make sense?
Yes. Does it make sense to go for a great effect? Is that
So your black shot increases your potency. So right now it'd be standard effect, and then you would use the black shot and go to great effect for the both of you, so you could both take 3 ticks if you both land.
Yes.
Okay. And also with lead from the front, if it's a group action, if we both roll 6s, it would be a critical.
Yes, which would be 5 instead.
Cool.
But you could use the 6s from both. You can guarantee the 5 instead of hoping for the double 3. Up to you.
I don't understand that last part about double 3.
So if you roll individually, you can both have consequences happen to each of you individually instead of as a unit.
Gotcha.
And if you do that, you also have separate effects.
So it's riskier for us to act
Yes.
together, is basically the drawback. But
It's
do we
riskier
potentially-
either way.
It's risky. So do we potentially do more damage as a group?
Potentially do more damage individually.
Individually?
Individually.
Alright, well I'm going to shoot my last black shot at
You need 4, 5, or 6.
Me too.
Both of you, yep.
4s!
Heard?
6.
Yeah, so, and that does it. So, you fire from both sides. You roll a 6, but you roll a 4. You're going to take a harm in this last moment.
Alright.
So, it'll potentially be threat 3, threat 2. That's 1 over plus a potent. So, but you have scale on this. So, you're going to take a level 4 harm unless you resist or use armor.
I've got an armor.
Did you use it though? You marked it in.
No, it came marked in.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So you mark it in when you use it, just so you know for the future.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's
But you
not
can
marked
use
to
it.
have it.
Yeah, you can use it. That reduces it to level 3, and then you can resist to lower it to level 2 if you want to.
What's the penalty to resisting again?
You take stress equal to 6 minus whatever the prowess roll would be, which would be 2. You roll 2 die.
Okay.
So if you roll a 4 or less, you will be traumatized and out of action. But you will be out of action either way if you take the level 3 harm. So you have to risk the resistance basically anyways, if you want to operate.
Gotcha. If I still want to operate.
Yeah.
So I'm going to resist. So I take.
You don't take any stress yet,
Okay.
you have to roll first. Yeah,
Woo!
so you trauma out.
I'm out!
Hey guys.
But you're not dead.
But I'm not dead. I'm just unconscious?
Yeah, you're unconscious for the rest of the
Is
mission.
there anything
Okay.
I can do to lessen his stress?
You can doctor him. You can doctor his wound instead of him resisting.
But then I don't
Well,
have
you already resisted, so you're already traumatized regardless. But
What is the Never mind. I was gonna say
Doctor!
your tonic do. Doesn't your tonic?
Doctor Powers activate!
Okay,
so he's still inoperable, but he'll have a level 2 harm instead of a level
Is
3.
he still gonna get passed out?
Yeah, because he traumatized out.
still passed
Oh,
out.
I asked. Okay,
Yeah, he
wait.
traumatized out. You don't have to spend it. Tame
Okay.
Redacted.
Yeah, name redacted.
Redacted. Dr.
I'm-
Power.
I've got a level
3 harm. Yeah.
Okay.
So there's nothing I can do to lessen his stress.
That's correct.
Okay.
There's no ability to lessen stress outside of campaign actions.
So realizing that I can push myself when able to do stuff for stress, I'm gonna take 2 stress as Rhea, and I'm gonna reach out to try and grab something sharp to just kind of get up and skirmish, or try to like with the other Gale that I see, like try and throw.
So you're in a controlled position because you looked passed out before,
Yeah.
and you've swiveled, so now the acolyte's back is to you.
Yeah, so I'm dagger that was in my hand, I pick back up, and I'm just trying to the thing in the back.
Yep, standard effect.
Alright. So 2 stress.
Wait, so we blew up both of the
Yep,
guys.
yep. The cinder guards are down.
So I just see the weird skirmish.
What? One. So I think that you just don't even make it. Like you just pass out before you can even help. And if he had even made it in the room, it could have turned into a setup for you. But because of the 1, it's just not gonna happen.
All right.
But the rest of you can rush in the room now.
I
Black
rush
Flood is
in.
rushing into the room.
I rush into the room.
You're back in.
Well,
Black
you're
Flood.
you're incapacitated.
Black
Black
Flood.
Flood. Oh, I'm sorry.
He's like, I pulled out a new character. What are you talking about?
Yeah, what do you
He's
mean?
fresh. He's easy.
So rookie enters the room. The officer, a rookie, the sniper are all on the ground, passed out.
Who's commanding officer currently?
Me.
Oh
Am I
yeah.
incapacitated?
No, you're not incapacitated, right? No.
I don't think so.
Yeah, you're not. You can't be incapacitated unless you're dead or traumatized out.
I am going to shoot at the torture guy.
Absolutely.
I have 1 in shoot, but can I stress to go for 2 dice?
Yeah.
3.
Yeah, not the fear is still like tight inside of your body. You're still. This is like your first mission ever. It's not that you don't know how to use a gun, it's just like you've never had to use a gun against these 2 terrifying armored flaming giants and this creepy ass motherfucker, right? So, yeah, the
So I'm
shots
gonna
goes well.
step forward and
Uh-huh.
say, "Step back, Wookie." My voice
And your
changes.
gun jams.
And my gun jams,
Yeah.
so it doesn't go off at all.
It goes off, but the next bullet, like, it's caught in the chamber.
Gotcha. So I'll have to like rig it. to
Yeah,
shoot it again?
yeah.
Hey, fuck up!
Ah.
Get the fuck away from my knife.
Uh-huh.
Damn it! I also messed up.
You fire and he kind of blocks with that metallic arm, and there are a couple dents that form in there,
Okay.
but nothing that like can damage it. And he comes at you and drills in. You're still special K, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so threat 2, you're equal, standard. You're gonna take just a level 2 arm.
Just another one?
Yeah, you can have up to 2, yeah.
Can I,
Oh, and don't forget you have to subtract a die for every level 2 harm that you have.
Oh.
Yeah.
Can I make a rig roll to unclog my gun?
Well, there's only 1 opponent. You can like duck back into the hallway. It'll
Sure.
be risky because you don't know if like he's gonna come back out at you, but risky, and then it'll be standard. You'll fix your gun.
Okay.
Nope. You're still like fiddling around with it, and mark off an ammo. Like the ammo that was in there is like destroyed.
Right.
Shimia, you are free of the Cinder Guard. What would you like to do?
I'm free of the Cinder Guard. I can't.
I can't really
Kill
afford to do that.
that bastard man.
Yeah, I guess I'll,
But the scale is now like increasing on him. Like now you've all kind of like filed into the room, and he's kind of hesitant. He's not an undead. He's not going to attack you. Like he's not an idiot. He sees what's happening right now, and just kind of like.
can I skirmish with the rookies again?
Yeah.
So, I have 2 anchors on my sheet,
Mhm.
and I didn't realize that there was another one on the bottom, so I technically have 3. Because I have 2 filled in up here, and then I have another down here.
You can't have 3.
I can't have 3?
Yeah, you can't
Okay, I
make
shouldn't
a
have
big
had
start.
3.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay, I'm not sure what to do then. Okay, then I'm gonna skirmish with this motherfucker.
Okay. It is going to be risky and standard because you could fight back as you come in. Yeah.
What
So
were you gonna ask me?
I was gonna say, is there any way that I could assist?
Yeah, you can
Like-
take 1 stress and give her an extra die. Give him an extra die.
Yes.
Alright.
Don't forget to take a minus die for your level 2 harm that you got on there if you didn't already.
I did.
Okay.
Yeah, I have 2, I had 1, now I have another, so I have 2 again.
That's 2, baby.
About
That's what
goddamn
we needed.
time.
That's what we friggin' needed to turn those 3s around, man. 3 after 3.
So yeah,
Thank you.
he's looking hurt. You gash across the stomach. You can see like the gold trim start to brighten with crimson. Something's bleed. Like you can see a little bit of a dull gray, or not dull gray, but like a dull red color exiting his gut wound.
Okay.
He looks desperate and scared, and he looks back to the commander and like rushes over towards you. He's gonna try to break past you.
I mean,
Wait a second, what's in the room?
The commander!
The commander is in
Are-
a chair center of the room, and then there's a bunch of not a bunch. There's like a few crates tucked into the corners of the room.
Can I use Rec to grab a crate and like try to obstruct his path?
Yes, but the crates are in the back of the room, so it's basically like if he can stop him from getting to the commander, you'll be able to like race against him to get to the crate. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And question, can Black Blood pick up Shackleton's gun?
Yes.
He knows that it works. And yeah, and then I'm gonna come back in and set my sights on Torture Man.
Okay. So you first.
can I?
You can either just let him pass and not deal with him, or you can stop him.
Can I just try to like?
You're gonna need an action roll, is what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Is like. Yeah, I mean, my only choice is to really skirmish, right?
Or maneuver to hold him. You just won't do damage, I guess.
Would maneuver fit to just like maybe like trip him up?
Yeah,
you
like
know?
body
Or
check
set
him or
someone up
something.
like that.
Or set someone up to get a better position on like a shoot or a skirt or the wreck or something like that. So you could use your action to set up one of their actions and give them a better position.
Yeah. So then, what if I do that? So I just like I had just kicked that crate through, you know,
Mhm.
and I'm still like amongst all this stuff. What if I'm like there's just like a chair or something, and I just like I'm like tossing that, you know, like tossing that to the side, so he's got to go around it, jump over it, something, you know. He's got to just making his path tougher
Sure.
to help somebody else out.
What action do you think fits here?
I don't know.
My gut tells you maneuver, but if you have another skill that you think fits,
That's fine. Maneuvers, I'm good at maneuvers. So
I could
yeah.
also potentially accept a rig if you have it. I think would also be a thing. Sure. So you reach down, you pull up. I'm going to call this risky standard,
Okay.
just because I don't think you're equal in threat both ways. So.
Yeah. All right.
Hey!
I want those doubles too.
So the chair you hoist the chair from the floor and you like throw it against him, like hit him in the gut and kind of like stop him in the brace. You're set up for better positions. Whoever wants to act first. You're gonna shoot him?
Yeah, I'm gonna. And now there's a crate, like
Yeah.
sword. Can I do like a?
Yeah. Gave you the time to do it.
Sight?
So controlled, and this will be standard effect.
Wow.
So nothing like that can happen to you right now.
Yes!
Great, yeah. So partial success. You let off your shot. That's actually going to be the last 2 ticks you needed.
Damn.
Oh
And the gun jams.
And the gun
Is the only thing that kind of really happened to you with that partial success, I think.
I immediately, as soon as I see him fall, I rush over to the commander. And I use
shit.
my doctor ability. I use my super doctor ability.
You don't really have to like dot. You can like heal.
Can I use not today? Has he taken a level?
Not
4
dead.
harm?
No, not dead. Yeah. This represents the commander's health, and like you're not. There's not really a way to use doctor on this. Just narratively, she's not turned or dead.
Okay,
She's just gravely wounded.
I will.
You use like a medic kit.
I do it.
Okay, a medic kit.
I use my medic
And
kit.
give her kind of the ability to like get up and hobble and walk.
I give her some tonic too.
Sure.
Take some of that.
If you would like to voice the commander, you're so kind of mentally in my
You're on
mind.
the character.
You are you've been through the ringer,
I
but
know.
you are a veteran. You know this is the job you signed up for. You're a leader of the Legion, so this isn't something that like has you scared or feared or paralyzed. But the situation is dire, and you still have to get out of the fort. And Zora's running out of time.
Alright, Twin. How did you get here?
Captain Shackleton let us, man.
Captain Shackleton.
Oh, and you also have 4 incapacitated bodies on the ground.
Is there a wheelbarrow?
Anyone who's able to walk, bring them. Everyone else stays. We
Okay.
need to move.
So we can't wake everybody up, right? So we just leave everyone who's down.
If that's what the commander
Who
wants.
can move?
I mean, technically, who's the commanding officer marshal aside from like
I would say the medic.
the medic? So you're in charge if you want to try to sway the commander otherwise.
Can you heal anyone quickly?
Can I heal anyone quickly?
You have a doctor use less.
Well, but it won't wake anybody up.
2 of the people are
Right.
traumatized out. You have a level 3 harm right now, right? For your officer, you're not traumatized out, right?
No, he's got a level 3 harm.
Yeah, so you could. The officer can walk.
He's
If
also potent when he's harmed.
Well,
because
actually,
he's
no, because the
vengeful.
3 would lower to 2. Oh no, you could do. You have 2.
What is potency?
Potency is just like a higher effect for whatever that regards. So what are you asking for
Because
specifically?
I have these things here. It's like rage venom, gain physical potency for a scene. You make a resolve resist to avoid. I don't know what these are.
So these are or medical alchemy chemist.
If you took the chemist ability, which is right here, you
Oh,
can
yeah.
worry about chemical medicine.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you can heal his level 3. He'll have 2 level 2 harms and can walk. At least the officer can come with you, but everyone else is traumatized out at this point.
Doctor ability activate.
So you're back up as an officer.
Jackson. Who the hell took my gun? I take it back from Black Flood. I see that the commander's up. Ma'am, there's oil on the bottom of those stairs. I don't know how wet it still is. It's good to see you again.
You too, officer.
We came in through the sewer pipe. We can dash across the courtyard, get back to it, but we don't know how many guns there are.
Everyone grab what they can. Let's move. Ria's gonna push to Stress to be able to move. Is that like a to push yourself?
Yeah. If the narrative is just to have her move, if she wants like do something, she'll have to spend another 2 stress. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Can
she's
I
already.
help her up?
Yeah, you can like hobble with.
Yeah,
her.
I'm assuming her sister, or also maybe her sister's helping her.
Okay.
Can
So the 2 of them.
I use my last scrounge to find us the way to safe passage, like a way to shelter? Because
Yes. Yeah. So yeah, absolutely.
safe and secure shelter.
Yeah. So you come down and you're about to hit the first floor when you hear.
Where is it coming from?
From the first floor.
From the first. Is it coming from our barricade, or is it coming from that left door
It's coming from in front of the stairway, so the barricade.
in front of the
Yeah.
stair?
You're making the assumption that the barricade has been destroyed.
Barricade's been
Yeah,
destroyed.
they've got
And
inside.
that was at least 9 down there.
Have we reached the oily part of the station?
Yes.
Can we see what's at the bottom of the stairs, or we just hear a groan?
No, it's
Is
such
there-
an elevation that you have to be on like the first 4 steps to kind of see under the door.
Is there like a window or something that we can get out a different way? There's no like
In the
alternative-
first room on the tower, you could go down, but that's probably 30-ish feet up. If anyone has a climbing kit.
There is one person that has a climbing kit. It is the person that's looking for secure shelter.
Heard.
Black Flood's got a climbing kit, but that's
to climb.
Great. So you could, and it's like a rope ladder. Like the climbing kit is like a rope ladder pole situation. So it makes it really easy to go up and down high spaces.
What are we trying to use the rope ladder for?
To go out
The window
the window, the back. You know,
Okay.
Get
in the
out.
tower.
Completely not deal with.
The
stairs.
front, the stairs.
Yeah.
All right, let's do
Because
that.
it's like mountains or something that
Yeah,
way.
yeah,
So we're
yeah.
just booking it into the mountains to secure shelter, right?
Okay, yeah. If that's it, it'll take a while to go around, and we'll do like a fortune roll to see if you get. I don't think anyone's. They're so distracted with Zora that it seems very likely that it can happen.
Yeah.
I'll make a fortune roll for Zora's threat level to ascertain if you can do it, which is pretty good odds, but not for sure. So you set up the rope ladders. You kind of like break out the pieces of the window. You set and it stretches. I think it's like 60 feet is the length or something like that. I'm not entirely. I don't think it has a length.
Yeah, it doesn't say.
Okay.
A bus for mountains.
It's a mile long.
Oh, that's what mine said.
We'll say with the combination of them, you can fasten some jerry rigging, make a safe situation, climb down and get into the mountains. I'm gonna make a fortune roll for Zora. Which her threat is 5. And there's a 6 in there, so
Yay.
you are able to, a while, get the commander back to home base. You leave. Can I have the sheets of those you left behind, please?
The only person who got left behind was Indigo. But he was traumatized out, so he wasn't dead, but who knows? He's dead now.
No.
Thank you.
Pour one out.
And that
For your Indigos.
is your mission. Welcome to Band of Blades. All right.
Do
so,
we get to make a new sniper now?
No. We lost our sniper.
Yeah.
We need
So
to
hopefully
train
a
a sniper.
rookie will become a sniper eventually.
I could think of one rookie that might be interested in doing so.
So,
Can I mark his XP still?
who? The sniper?
Just
Yeah.
to see.
So you also get to mark XP for your characters that were involved.
Oh, here's the sniper sheet.
So what
as
do
well.
we mark? How do we? Okay.
So
Survive the mission step.
So survive a mission, you get 1 XP. You can place these XP anywhere on your sheet, either in the special abilities or in action dots if you want to.
What do you mean by that? So I can give myself more things here?
Yeah, you can put more experience points from this end of mission credit.
So what's the benefit of giving myself more XP and special abilities or over here?
You get to add another dot to something. So this gives you special
Oh.
abilities, and then this gives you action dots.
But it's the full package you actually.
Yes, that's correct. Yes. So you get all of you get 1 XP for each character you played for surviving the mission. If you helped your squad through keen observation or key shots, which I think that.
I think
That's for
That's
snipers.
sniper.
That's
Sniper.
sniper.
Oh.
Everyone has.
It's like mine says if you helped your squad through stealth or foresight.
Oh, great. Then
Mine says if you medical knowledge.
great. I think that if any of you applied that, mark your XPs.
If you brought into play your heritage or traumas is my next one.
I don't think anyone was really had the ability to do any heritage type things.
Yeah, I didn't do consort or research as mine.
Yeah.
For a threat of the highest.
And all of you will get 3 experience because the Cinder Guards were threat 3.
Yes. Okay, so even though my rookie was not played by me,
Mhm.
did they still gain experience?
No, only playbooks get experience.
Oh, so my medic went down like that.
Yes, yeah.
Does Black Flood get anything for doing the
Yeah.
kill shot on good old what's his name?
Everyone gets the same threat experience. So if
So he gets Black Flood gets 3 from the Cinder Guard.
yeah. Because you got to play. And you were able to recover your other character. So that's the experience.
Do you mark XP on one of
These
pies?
or this, right?
Or the big one?
Yeah.
What
Depending on
what
what-
does the big one do?
It gets you more of these things.
More
to
stuff.
do.
Oh.
Yeah. Alright, everyone, XP's marked. Raise your hand if XP's are marked.
XP's
Perfect. Alright, so now we go through are, if you would pass all of your appropriate sheets back to Delaney. Actually, all your class sheets, basically. Because now we're going into campaign mode.
Oh, do we the specialist too?
Yes.
Okay.
I've never held on to a specialist before. I mean, all the rookies.
That's because we hadn't, like, that was for everyone to, like, study their character sheets and stuff, but you will be holding on to all playbooks. Yeah, we are going to take a short break here, and then we'll be back to the campaign phase. And welcome back, everyone. Thanks for wait at the people, everyone.
Hello!
Hi,
Hello!
The people.
This is Jeremy later.
Have you been?
Help
Wishing
me.
you all the best luck in the coming fiscal year.
Yes. All right. So, first mission. Commander, we're gonna start with you.
Yes.
Our initial pressure is 0.
Pressure currently 0.
Initial time, you're gonna mark off 3 ticks of time.
And that's on the summer ends.
Yep. And then initial intel, you start with 0. Marshall,
Yes.
because you were successful in retrieving Commander, your morale starts at 9.
Where do I write this?
Yeah, it's these here.
Mhm.
Yep. Quartermaster.
Mm-hmm.
You start with 2 supply and no additional materials.
2 supply.
So you write 2 in that big box at the top, I think.
And what else, sorry?
And no additional materials.
Okay.
And then Lorekeeper and Spymaster, you all have your own setups that I think you've already basically done. Right? Okay.
Yeah.
And then all we need from you is, I think that I am going to have a voice recording with you for your Edmark Fields. So
Okay.
we'll just do like a kind of like, do like a collage of art from the book.
Mm-hmm.
So now you must also, you have to advance to the Western Front now as well. So your pressure is 0. And you have to roll 2 dice and take the lower, and that determines how many additional ticks you add on there.
To get how long it takes.
Yeah.
And there's nothing I can add to make that.
Lower
is better.
Well, hold on, let me do something.
0 pressure is as low as it can go. So horses can lower pressure when you're moving on and advancing, but you don't need that.
But advancing will take time.
Yeah.
1.
So you add 1 more tick onto the
Summer ends.
yeah. And I did the math. Each tick abstractly represents 9 days. And let's see, advanced inventory. The Legion arrives at the Western Front. Each round so basically understanding the role, play to find out, blah, blah, blah. So now we need a back at camp scene.
Camp scene, and so
I think,
we
right?
got high morale. So, right, because our morale's at 9?
Yep, that's correct.
And so I've got to choose either soldiers, hold them in remembrance for the fallen, young soldiers, detonating munitions, egged on by others. Let's go with a squad talks about home and asks their captain about theirs.
Okay. So, which squad? Ember Wolves or Ghost Owls?
I mean,
Or you pick. You pick.
Ember Wolves, right? Because we were all Zemyati, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
does
So,
anybody need their character sheet for the Ember Wolves?
do you need it to remind you what they are, act like, or anything like that?
Can I see mine just real quick over your shoulder?
So do we want them to ask the commander what their home is like, or do we want them to ask somebody else?
One of the
Like one
specialists.
One of the specialists.
I'll play,
Flashback. It was Indigo.
well, can't be Indigo's dead.
Flashback.
Supposedly. Yeah, I'll play one of the specialists, or one of you could not play your rookie as well, and be the specialist. I don't know. It's your scene. I'm just here to live in it.
I forgot what my rookie is.
Do you want to see it?
Uh-huh.
Gray vexing wind.
Who's yours?
And the
Okay.
wolves.
Yeah.
Lexi is here.
Okay.
So we're gonna be. So all the Zenyani rookies are gonna be asking.
Yeah.
Great Vexing Wind. So.
No, gray vexing wind is a rookie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we still don't know what officer is talking about where they're from.
Yeah, you could
Yeah,
find
say
it.
it's an officer.
Yeah, say it's an officer or something. You could ask. I don't know. You discuss your home and then figure it out. Like you're like, oh, we want to ask blah blah blah. Yeah.
Remember home.
Will I ever stop remembering home? I mean, really.
The rates were so much better than this shit.
Yeah, this gentle trickling rain.
Yeah.
Is that another person in the troop?
What?
Is that another
Gentle
panyard?
is not the color. Come on now.
Oh, he's so young.
Great Vexing Wind is
So
sitting
young.
right over there.
Don't be easy on him. He's just a kid.
Alright.
Hey, it's just a little goop.
Goop.
Oh, remember Goop though? What a great
God.
meal.
Another.
No.
Mother
My
made
mother made the best food.
Yeah.
She ever put the little.
Yeah.
She never told me what it was. When I'm older. She always said.
Where are you from, Gray vexing wind?
I'm from old country.
Wow, you guys all have the coolest accents.
What accent?
What?
Accent. Goop, you have an accent.
I think she's making funny jokes.
You're like happy.
Oh! Kids,
Stop!
they're jokes, they're humor. I don't understand it.
It's not a joke. I'm not.
Is this a thing from that watch thing, the TikTok? Is this a joke?
Listen. Back in my home country, we did have a clock tower where people stood under and told jokes, but this is not that place.
Did you do your stand up there?
I'm not a stand-up comedian. Guys, one day I'm gonna be the commander.
Oh.
Well, what will you do?
Goop
What will you
hilarious.
do, Goop, when you are commander? What, you make everything taste sweeter? You put sugar on the...
No! I'm gonna defeat the guy.
Cinder King?
Yeah! I'm gonna defeat the Cinder King.
Yeah,
It's really funny you say that.
Great commander.
Yeah.
As soon as you
Can't
say
remember
that,
the
coming
secret.
around the corner, you watch Zora kind of like puts one leg over a stump and sits right next to you, places the sword in the dirt. Defeat the Cinder King, huh?
Yeah, that's right. One day I'm gonna be the commander and I'm gonna defeat the Cinder King.
Don't look
No,
her.
it's fine. What's a great thing to aspire to? You have to do a lot of training though. You're very scrawny.
Don't look her in the
I'm
eye.
much stronger than I appear to be.
Oh, prove it then.
I do a push-up.
Oh, good job. Now do 150 more.
I try to do 150 more. I roll double ones.
She stands over you, and you are going to do 150 no matter how long it takes.
After about 10 or so, I like. And I'm like, okay.
Did you fart on me?
No, that's
Is
me
that-
getting up and
Oh yeah, what was that? Oh yeah, we should go.
Oh,
Yes,
the owls just got back.
Yeah,
The hoot hoot. Let's
Can
go
I
help.
go with you?
Yes,
We're
but
just,
see you in a bit, Goop. Have fun. Zora, you
we were just talking about home.
No, come back. The squad that works out together is stronger together. Out and Yeti Pride. Down 150.
Alright.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh,
I'm staring at my nailer.
Oh.
Where? Zora? Do you want to defeat the Cinder King?
It is my mission, and thus I will do.
It's your mission. Who gave you the mission?
Well, the living God, of course.
Wow. Do you know him?
They operate through me. Yes.
What does that mean?
It means that we are one and the same. but also different. They have given me the ability to maintain my personality.
Huh?
It's spooky god things.
Yeah, we're talking about
You know, you're 25, keep going.
talking about our favorite foods, from back home, from before ration and supply. So what was your dish of choice, huh? The smell.
It's been a long time, centuries since I've been in Zemyati homeland. Can't remember. Goop?
Yes.
What is that? Wow, goop. You're Goop?
Hi, my name's Goop. Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you. You can't one-arm push-up yet. You still have many more to go. Keep going.
I keep going.
Did you ever lead raids when you were back in Zemyati before this whole?
I lead the raid now. Did I not just lead a raid?
No, I mean like a Zemyati raid,
Do you think there's a difference fighting for your life?
A little more intense, yeah. A little less fun.
We're fighting an adversary that corrupt any of my kind. No?
Yeah, you're right.
There is no further place than here to look for glory.
True.
This is our home now. When she gets up, you better finish all 150 and leaves.
I power through. I'm going to 150.
149. 150.
like a quarter push up.
Maybe you should have taken kite shield off the back before
Sounds
doing
like
push-ups.
my kite shoot.
So it was a big round.
That just does 151.
Just to prove a point.
So strong.
Neither.
I don't know if I can do all the push-ups.
Pace yourself, take a break.
I'll bring you some goop.
Fancy. Alright, so that's our back at camp scene. Next we do campaign actions, quartermaster. So you
Alright.
get 2, I believe.
So I get to campaign actions. Let's see.
You can discuss amongst the table, but ultimately the decision rests with the quartermaster.
Alright, so we've got the option of acquiring assets, so we could beg, borrow, or steal any asset we need. But we're just at camp, right? Where is camp located?
We're currently at the Western Front.
Oh, actually, I have a whole thing written for the Western Front. So we'll say this back at camp scene happens on the way to the west, like on the caravan.
Okay.
So, do we run into anybody on the way?
No. You cross the Tigera River, which is on the western side of the map. It's that big river on the edge.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So let's see. Where is?
we can learn, or we can work on a long-term project.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to figure out what that could be.
Bombs.
All of our specialists are pretty well.
So, a few weeks have passed since you last marched on the Western Front. This timber-made camp was constructed 3 years ago during a particular combat with the Cinder King, and recently refortified as you all forced westward to Etmark Fields for that fateful battle. The Legion limps down the main thoroughfare, past rotting barricades and half-filled trenches. Inside the encampment, many are tending to the wounded from the previous battle, about 70 to 80 survivors. You can hear people screaming at one another and weeping into trinkets and heirlooms that belong to lost ones. You catch glimpses of Aldermani soldiers and Western refugees, many lost in a stupor of fear and disbelief, huddled in the dark and whispering to themselves, trying not to fall apart at the seams. As one of you stalks along the wall's upper walkway, you look out along the cratered, blasted land, touched by the toxic blight. The nearby landscape is dotted with dead trees that claw against the sky and half-beasted soldiers and horses. In the far-off distance, veiled by the dust that clouds the air, are the distant, prowling silhouettes of the undead, and the amber glow of the still-burning Ettenmark, reflected in the storm clouds above. You think to yourselves, how long will the rear camp hold?
So we're passing by this scene.
Yeah. So now you're in the western front. Continue on with your camping actions. Just so you know what you're looking at while you're here.
So there is some camp out there that's still holding for now.
The rear guard, essentially.
And we just lost one person, right?
Yeah.
We lost 80.
Well, the people holding the rear guard are Aldermani soldiers, none of the Legion. All the Legion is here at the western front.
So I can't recruit any of them.
So there are special rules here for the western front. When you go to advance, you will automatically add a pressure die because of how heavy the undead are here. You can start a long-term project if you want to. It is a 4 clock, and at the end of it, you recuperate Aldermani soldiers and gain 5 new rookies for the Legion.
So that's so you come up with a long-term project.
No, you come up with the long. I'm just telling you, for this specific place, it has a special additional rule to it. Like every location on the map has a special rule attached to it.
And there's an additional pressure die, and if we finish a long-term project, or
Yeah.
we have the ability to
You can start a 4 o'clock project to recuperate these soldiers into the Legion. Currently, you don't have any room for repeats, so you don't need to do that.
Okay. I think we should rest then. Rest and recuperation. So take time to let soldiers tend wounds and rest. Each legionnaire marks a tick in any harm row. Once a row's healing ticks are full, erase the ticks and injuries in that row. If you wound a mercy, one specialist gains an extra healing tick. Finally, heal any mercies wounded before this recuperation action.
So would I do that?
Yeah, she would rest and recuperate, and you would do all the tick healing.
Okay.
Well, so
do we need that?
I think, yeah.
So I guess it depends on how severely harmed your specialists are, because every mission requires 2 specialists and a squad.
No.
And you currently now only have 4 specialists.
The officer had 2 harms. That's how he got back up, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He has 2 level 2 harms and 1 level 1 harm.
Okay, I have Special K has 2 level 2 harms.
I had a level 3 harm
And a level
and a level 2 harm.
So, you can... That's what I was hoping to look at that stuff. So what supply does is you can either use 1 supply to do an additional action, or you can use a supply to boost an action. So instead of 1 tick, you could heal 2 for everyone, if you use a supply.
Okay, so we have 2.
You're a scout, right?
Quartermaster squad.
I think we're pretty hurt, so maybe
Awesome.
spend 2 supply.
How much supply do we have?
We have 2.
Let me just make sure you can spend 2
So we could,
on the
Can-
same action.
can
How
we
do you
use
get more
this
supply?
through supply
Mission
missions
rewards.
or through assault missions?
Some recon missions also potentially grant supply. Potentially. I think so, right?
It says intel, asset, and troops.
Oh, I don't know. So yeah, you can only use a supply once on an action. You can't like get 3 healing ticks. You could do 2 healing ticks max.
So we could use a rest and recuperate, another rest and recuperate and supply and get a max of 3 ticks.
But isn't that time
Yes.
going to also make it so they are going to catch up to us faster?
Mm-mm.
No, that isn't.
No,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
This is abstract time.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, is there any other things that we can do that we really need to? Like long-term
Yeah,
projects?
you get 2 campaign actions because you have high morale. The number of campaign actions you can take are always based on how much morale you have.
What's the highest we can have?
2.
Highest morale we can have.
10. So 7,
7 and up.
8
We have
and up.
9 right now.
Yeah, 8 and up is 3. Between 4 and 7 is 1, and then below 4 is 0.
Got it. 50% morale up. Can we take the same action twice?
I am looking.
What is your acquired
Each
asset?
campaign action may only be performed once.
Beg, borrow, or steal an asset you need. Roll the location's asset rating. What is this location's asset rating?
0.
Oh.
So-
It just means that when you roll for assets, you roll at disadvantage.
Right.
Well, that's good.
But all we
We'd
really
acquire shitty stuff. We'd acquire when
then-
you roll for the asset, 1 to 3 is like a poor quality asset, so like you would get moldy bread or something.
Like a black shot resource usually has 3 shots, but if it was poor quality, it would only have 2 shots.
Gotcha.
It'd be down a shot.
Well, we need to heal, and I think Liberty would also help in reducing stress, so that way people don't stress out, like, out of the mission.
Oh yeah.
So if we give the Legionnaires some Liberty, we're all gonna, because it improves morale, and we'll keep ourselves up.
Yeah, it's up to you.
Yeah, let's do that.
I don't make any decisions here. I
In
just
the end,
listen.
you declare.
I declare we should do Liberty. So we can do up to 3 of these.
You can do up to 2. You
Oh.
can use a
And you can use
supply
supply.
to get another action.
Or to boost.
Or to boost. But each action can only be done once. Except for long term. Long term projects can be done multiple times.
All right, then let's do rest and recuperation.
Okay.
What does boosted mean?
It means that they will heal an additional tick, so every character will heal 2 ticks
How do you boost something?
by spending a supply.
So what does that mean for what I do?
So what you should do is these wounds here.
Right. So some people have more than 3 wounds, though.
So
Right.
what I've seen is that they use each box as a level, and then they use almost, so like let's say that like this is a level 3 harm area, right? What they would do is to mark off its completion, they would do 1, 2, 3rd healing tick. That means they heal all their level 3 harms. This would be 2, so like 1 and 2, and this is 1.
Okay.
Does that make sense or no?
But that's not how much they healed, that's how much they've been hurt, right?
So if you look at a character sheet, these boxes here, when they
Right.
all fill up, that whole level is healed.
When the boxes fill up, that's when they're healed.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And each of us have different wounds.
Right.
So we can do this if you just mark, like, how many ticks, and we can go through the character sheet.
Yeah.
How many ticks?
Are you using a supply, or are we just doing rest and recuperation?
Let's use a supply.
Then 2 ticks, and then we can go through all the character sheets and heal them all too.
In whatever boxes you see fit.
Based on what they are.
So right now you could heal like all your level 1 harms off of somebody and put a tick somewhere else. You could heal all your level 2 harms and keep your 1s and 3s. So
Okay.
We'll go through.
All right, and then Liberty. So should we use a supply to boost it to clear all stress?
If you use a Liberty, we get higher morale.
Right, but our morale's already high.
yeah, it's already 9, can't go higher than 10.
Yeah, and that's something that would boost morale by 4. So can we just do Liberty at its base level and clear up to 3 stress for
Sounds
everybody?
good. Save the supply for after next mission.
Okay.
Sure.
Alright, cool.
So I'm just clarifying. So rest and recuperate, we're going to heal 2
2
ticks, and we're also clearing 3 stress.
That is correct.
And increasing morale by 2.
Yes, your morale is now maxed out.
And that's everybody's character?
Yep. Every character in the Legion.
Alright.
And then you have 1 mercy, so you can give someone an additional tick. So if you have like people with level 3 harms, you can pick 1 character and wipe their level 3 harms so they can be used.
Okay, I can do that for me then. 'Cause I have
Word.
level 3 harm.
I'm
Yikes.
gonna say you're the only one who's still at level 3, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, the Liberty
and-
does too. But
And the
you
officer,
need
right?
it.
Your officer has a level 3
I
harm.
thought I didn't. I was.
Oh,
just-
that's right.
I doctored him.
Yeah, I just didn't. You hadn't erased that line. Cool. So those are your 2 campaign actions. The next step is advance, which you already did, and then it would be mission generation. So you just have to tell me what mission you would like to focus on for next time.
Cool. And there's already 2 here, right? It says there's assault and recon.
Yeah, those are the types.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I say which one I want to focus on.
Yeah.
I want to focus. And can I pick something that isn't of those two types?
No, those are the only missions available.
I want to focus on recon.
Cool. So next time, if I roll Commander's Choice on my chart, you will have extra recon missions available to you. Cool. Okay.
Awesome.
Well, then that is all for today. I hope you enjoyed hanging with us and playing through our first session. Check back with us next week for session 2 and see what happens as we head towards Skydiver Keep.
This is the outro.
This is the outro. I make it up right now, and that's the song. That is the outro.
Hey everyone. Thank you so much for checking out this week's episode. If you had fun like we did, please let us know by leaving a like and subscribing to our channel. Make sure to also hit the notification bell so you can be kept up to date on all the latest episodes we put out. Also, if you want to support us, you can head over to our Patreon page where you can see all the current goals for the shows we produce. Every dollar helps us make better content more often. Have a great day, and remember, you can forge your own path. See you next time.